with all this, do you think that you need a little controversy to be able to have a niche? Do you think it's an important part of social media, or do you think it does more harm than good?
It's who decides what's controversial or not. If you think about it, controversy is only ever something that's said that goes against yours or someone else's opinion, even though it is an opinion, whether that person means it or not, or whether they're just genuinely trying to cause controversy. You could say James Smith is controversial. The fitness industry circles that I've mixed in for a long, long time, James Smith's information is kind of bland, really. Certainly not on the controversial side of the spectrum, I would put it. I could give you a long list of people way, way, way further down that line that I would deem potentially controversial in the industry. So I guess it comes down to what you value, how you take that information in, what you've believed for X amount of time, because that's another thing. It's challenging beliefs, really. Like you could. So one of my clients is heavily involved with the electric car industry or the energy industry. He blew my mind the other day saying that by 2030 in the UK, we're on track that everyone's car will be electric. I was like, nah, of course, you're not going to get everyone buying electric cars. And he's like, it is. The companies are working with us. All these engine-based ones are going to be phased out and everyone's going to be on electric by 2030 and it's on track. Now, lorries, vans and bikes apparently are not on track. So if you've got a lorry, van or a bike, you're fine. You keep driving stick. But saying something like that goes against the belief system that I thought I'd always have, that I'd always have a manual car because I enjoy driving a manual car and I like an engine and I like that driving experience. And a mate of mine rented a Tesla recently and we went in it and it's weird. I don't know if I'd enjoy something like that long term. So in a way, you could say that's a controversial opinion because it highlighted something in my head that I'm wrong. I always thought I'd have this car and I'm not going to. Something else is going to happen outside of my choice. But again, it's not. If you shared that as an article, it's not really going to go viral because a lot of people are just going to go, doesn't really affect my life right now, does it? Again, it comes back to where are these people coming from that are triggered by something that is not affecting their life? I don't want to go too deep into it, but part of me thinks that a lot of it is just from media manipulation, that no one has ever actually genuinely triggered by this stuff, but they know X amount of people will virtue signal and will share and aid in the virality and the mob mentality sort of stuff. And all it takes is that one spark at the beginning. And the media, knowing both sides inside out because of all the research they do and all the data they have on everyone, can just sit there and create this. But again, that's, in a way, you say that's controversial because I have no real evidence of that. But it's do we need well, if we took away all controversial opinions, we just have boredom and everyone believing the exact same thing. And that's not a society. Eventually the same thing would happen because someone has to have a different opinion.
I think controversy is necessary, but I think for it to be necessary, truly necessary, it needs to be controversy from every side. I don't want selective controversy because controversy is subjective, right? We look at the Rogan and CNN incident last year, and they were like controversial podcast host Joe Rogan. I wouldn't particularly call him a controversial podcast host, but that wording fitted into their narrative of the way they wanted to portray Joe Rogan. So I think like the problem is with controversy on social media, in my eyes, is that it's often selective.
Yeah.
Controversy one way is banned. Controversy one way is it becomes viral.